Welcome to workout number 23. Today's workout is going to be an upper body focused workout. We'll start with a strength movement, we'll move on to a stability exercise, and then we'll finish up with some mobility drills. The first exercise is going to be the bent over row. You can do it with dumbbells, you can stand on a band and row it instead, and you can also do single arm if you don't want to do two at the same time. So how the bent over row will work is you hold on to two weights or to two ends of a band and then step on it. I'm going to lean forward at the waist so that my chest is close to being parallel to the floor, but not completely upright. So the more upright I am, the less this is going to be in my lats. And so anywhere from like a 45-degree angle all the way down to parallel is a good position. So I'm going to exhale to row the weights back towards the bottom of my rib cage, not up to my shoulder. So I want to be forming this 90-degree angle with my arm. Pause at the top, then squeeze elbows into your side, and then lower the weight back down. So exhale to row up, form that 90-degree, inhale to lower back down. If you feel like you need a little bit more support at the bottom of this movement, you can have a box or an elevated surface that you lower the weights to. So I can come into my same leaned forward position, and then my weights are going to be in between my legs. You may need to widen the stance, and then exhale to row back, so the same row, and then inhale to lower down to the box. And so this is a great variation for like third trimester of pregnancy or like early postpartum, because it takes some of the tension out of the movement. The next movement we have is going to be the bear position shoulder taps. If you find the bear position is too easy, we can go into the plank though. So come into a bear position, so this tabletop position. You can either keep the knees down and then tap opposite shoulders. You can hover the knees and tap opposite shoulders, or we can come into a plank position and tap opposite shoulders. As we do the tapping, we want to ensure that the hips and the shoulders are staying fairly level, so we're not like super rocking as we shift our weight from side to side. The third movement is going to be the forward leaning lat stretch. So we're going to find the stretch here in the side body. So you can use like a wall or your door. If you have like a narrower surface, like I only have this one beam of the squat rack, the arm that we're focusing on stretching is the arm that's going to press into that surface. So you can either push both hands into a wall or just the outside arm. So starting here, I'm going to come into a leaning position, so a forward lean, and then I'm going to shift my feet so they're perpendicular or pointed towards the arm that I'm focusing on stretching. And then from here, I'm going to push hard into the wall. If I'm using both hands, I'm going to push both hands into the wall. Then push the chest away to feel this big stretch in the side body. So big inhale, exhale, let go, big inhale. Feeling the ribs almost expand from one another, exhale, let go. And then you would do this on the other side. For today's workout, we have 3 rounds, 30 seconds each of a bent over row with dumbbells or bands, a bear position shoulder tap with either the knees down, hovering, or a plank position, and then we'll finish up with that forward leaning lat stretch. Starting round number 1 with those bent over rows, so grabbing onto your weights, leaning forward at the weights anywhere from a 90 to a 45-degree angle, and then exhale to row those weights back. Then squeeze elbows into your side. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to row. Inhale to lower. Then really think pulling back towards the bottom of the rib cage, not to the shoulder. So the arms should be forming that 90-degree angle at the top. Pause and then lower down with control. Really think squeeze elbows into your side, lower down. Maybe we get a little bit lower to the floor. Coming into our tabletop position, either knees are going to stay down, they could hover, or you can come into that plank position. So whatever feels best for you. And then begin to tap opposite shoulders. So put weight into one hand and then touch the other shoulder, put weight into the other hand, touch the other shoulder. If we're hovering, we're making sure that the knees are staying level with one another. So we're not lifting up in the knee as we touch opposite sides. So put weight and then shift, put weight and then shift, or come into that plank position. And same thing, hips are going to stay level. We're not rocking side to side with the hips. Coming into our forward lat stretch, so putting the hands into a wall in front of you, leaning forward at the waist, and then you're going to shift the feet so they're perpendicular to the forward arm, and then press hard into that stretched side, feeling those ribs expand from one another, and then push the chest away from the floor. So big inhale here, exhale, let go. Really think pressing into that stretched side. If you have both hands into the wall, that's fine too. Big inhale here, exhale, release. Inhales to feel the ribs expand from one another. Exhale to sink a little bit deeper. And then switching sides. So taking that other hand, pressing it into our surface, hinging at the hips, and then placing the feet so they're perpendicular to that stretch side. And then press hard into that hand to feel that lat stretch. Big inhale, exhale, let go. Big inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. Feeling the ribs expand, really pushing through that stretch side hand. And then push the chest away from the floor to come a little bit deeper into it. Moving back to those bent over rows. So grabbing onto your dumbbells or your band. If you're doing it from an elevated surface, grab your elevated surface, lean forward at the hips, and then exhale, row those weights back, squeeze into your side body, inhale, lower down. So really think row to the bottom of the rib cage, not to the shoulder. Come up and squeeze, really feel your back turn on, and then lower down. And again, if this is feeling like too much in the back, decrease the angle, come up to more of like a 45, or you can lower the weights down to an elevated surface. So big inhale to lower, exhale to lift up. Moving on to that bear position shoulder tap. So again, knees can stay down, they can hover, or you can come into a plank. With any of the hovering ones, we want to ensure that we're not swaying in the hips. So touching opposite hand, opposite shoulder, slight hover in the knees. Keep the knees and hips level. So really think, put weight into that hand, shift the weight, and then touch the shoulder. And we can also do our plank position. So again, making sure that the hips stay level. We're not rocking from side to side as we go. So put weight into the hand, shift the weight, and then touch the opposite shoulder. Moving back to our mobility movement, the forward leaning lat stretch. So lean forward to push your hand into the wall, step the feet so that perpendicular, and then really press into that hand. Think push the chest away for that big stretch through the side body. So big inhale to feel the ribs expand, and then exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper into it. Inhale to feel the ribs expand, exhale, sink just a little bit deeper. Really pushing through this hand. It's gonna really help you feel it a lot more in the side body. Think push the chest away from the floor. Big inhale to stretch, exhale, go deeper. Switching sides. So bringing that other hand into your wall or your surface. Hinge forward at the hips. Step the feet so they're perpendicular, and then really press into that hand to feel that stretch through that side body. Push the chest away from the floor to come a little bit deeper into it. Press to the hand as you shift your weight forward. Big inhale to feel the ribs expand, and then exhale to release. Big inhale to feel the ribs expand from one another. Feeling this side body stretching even more. Push the chest away from the floor, and then exhale, maybe come a little bit deeper into the stretch. Moving into our final round, back to that bent over row. So grabbing onto your dumbbells, we can be at that 90 or that 45 or anywhere in between. Exhale to row those weights back. Think squeeze elbows to your side, forming that 90-degree angle. Inhale to lower down. Really think squeeze and then release. So pause at the top. Make sure we're forming that 90-degree angle, so pulling to the bottom of the rib cage, not to the shoulder. So the shoulder blades should be pulling down and back as you row those weights up. And again, if you're having some tension in the low back, just decrease the angle, stand up a little bit more, or have your box that you kind of bring the weights down to each time. Coming down to our tabletop position for the shoulder taps. So maybe we do bear, hover, or plank. Either of the hovering options ensure that we are ensuring the hips are maintaining a level position. So knees down will be the easiest option. So if you're seeing any coning or any sort of sign of abdominal increased pressure, that potentially could be damaging the core, and so we may want to come down to this knees down position. If you're not seeing that and you want more of a challenge, hover in the knees, keep them level, or even come all the way to that plank position. Late pregnancy and super early postpartum, the plank position may not be ideal for you though. Finishing up the workout with that lat stretch. So coming into your hinge position, pressing the hand into the wall, feet are going to come perpendicular, and then drive through that hand as we push the chest away from the floor. So big inhale to feel the ribs stretch, And then exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Really pressing through that hand. Chest is pushing away from the floor. Feeling a stretch all through that side body. And switching sides, so coming into the other side, pressing that hand into the wall, hinging forward at the hips, feet come perpendicular, so toes facing towards that stretching side. Drive through that hand as you push the chest away from the floor. Big inhale to feel the ribs expand and stretch from one another, and then exhale to release. Push the chest away from the floor, pressing hard through that hand. And that concludes workout number 23. Today's workout was an upper body focused workout that included the bent over row, which was our strength exercise. We have our shoulder taps, which was our stabilization exercise, finishing up with a mobility exercise. If you like this workout, join our prenatal and postpartum fitness programs. They're offered online, and we offer them through the Team Builder app, which is going to be a list of exercises with short demo videos, or we offer them as on-demand videos like this, where it's just going to be a full-length workout video that you follow along with as we cue you through every rep. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel because it helps our channel grow so that we can continue to give you free content like this.